New stunt driving laws in Ontario. This is part 4 of our video series, which is getting legal advice. As per the new MUMS Act, again, moving Ontario's More Safely Act, you've just finished your 14-day roadside impoundment, your 30-day license suspension, and your court date is approaching, and you've been charged with stunt driving or racing under Section 172(1) of the Highway Traffic Act. So, because your court date is approaching, it's now time to get some legal advice. But be careful out there. It is a jungle of misinformation and empty promises. When you do a Google search for stunt driving legal representation, all sorts of results are going to come up. Some sound amazing, such as we win, or it's free, or anyone claiming to be a lawyer or a law firm. Here are some tips for finding the best stunt driving law firm to get you the best outcome from your stunt driving case. Tip 1, we win or it's free. Avoid this. Avoid it at all costs. First off, this type of claim is not ethical and is prohibited by the Law Society. So let's start there. But there are specific rules and regulations here. First off, what is a win in a stunt driving charge? Does it mean your charges are dropped? Does it mean you avoid suspension? Does it mean that you don't go to jail? Does it mean that your charge is reduced? The term win is incredibly suggestive and misleading, which is why the Law Society has specific rules against these types of claims. It is not reasonable for a legal professional to promise any type of result because it's not the legal professional that makes that decision. These decisions are made by a prosecutor. They are made by a justice of the peace in an actual court of law. And the job of the legal representative is to navigate the legal process on your behalf and best negotiate your case with a prosecutor or examine your evidence in order to defend your charges. Bottom line, do not be fooled by these claims. They sound great on Google, but they mean nothing in the real world. Tip number 2, anyone claiming to be a lawyer, use caution. There's nothing wrong with this claim, but as long as you actually are a lawyer or a law firm. Most traffic defense firms are paralegals or former police officers. This may be great. There's nothing wrong with it. However, if you are looking for an actual law firm, then do your research because stunt driving penalties are incredibly severe. There's jail time up to 6 months. There is a license suspension minimum of 1 year and up to 3 years or more. There are fines of $2,000 to $10,000, 6 demerit points, and potential insurance cancellation. So many people prefer to use a law firm rather than a paralegal firm, or not. It's a personal decision. If you do prefer to use a law firm, make sure you research the About Us section on the website and make sure you have an idea about the legal professional that is going to be assisting with your case. Choose a law firm that has experience with stunt driving cases, okay? Stunt driving is a serious charge, as you already know, with severe consequences. And, you know, a stunt driving charge is very technical in nature, and the opportunity to get the best outcome often lies within the fine details of your case. And it's been my experience that law firms who are not experienced with stunt driving cases, they may miss those small details, and that can make all the difference between quote-unquote winning or losing your case. Tip number 3, choose a law firm with an existing relationship with the prosecutor. Your stunt driving case will be handled in the courts by a prosecutor whose job is to convict you. That's their job. That prosecutor is different in every court in Ontario, and every prosecutor has different nuanced ways of handling stunt driving cases. So for example, your fact situation may be handled differently in court A versus court B. And when you get a law firm with a relationship with the prosecutor, that law firm will know exactly how the prosecutor will likely move ahead with your case. By understanding your specific case and how the prosecutor operates, the law firm will be better prepared to formulate a strategy to get the best outcome for your case. Tip 4, low fees. They're a red flag, I'm sorry to say. If a legal representative is offering you a much, much lower fee than any other law firm or their fees, you should be concerned because generally there is a general market price for law firms that deal with no insurance or stunt driving or whatever cases in court, and that market price will likely vary depending on several factors about your case. So if you find a stunt driving law firm who will take a lot less money than other law firms, that's a huge red flag. Okay, although you may save a bit of money in the short term, I would worry whether the law firm can get you the best result for your case, and that could cost you thousands of dollars in the long term. So the answer to that, most likely no. Tip 5, get a free consultation. This is really important. All good stunt driving law firms will give you a free consultation. After you have your meeting, ask yourself, Does the law firm make sense? Does the law firm promise something that seems too good to be true? Did the law firm listen to your concerns? Ultimately, use your gut feeling and make sure there's a good fit between your needs and how the law firm will represent you. Tip 6, Google reviews. Google reviews matter. They really do. Every law firm I know tries to get Google reviews from their clients. So before you retain, check online. Does the law firm have Google reviews? If they are experienced, then they will have Google reviews. If they don't have a lot of reviews, then that is potentially a red flag, because once you read those Google reviews, do they make sense? This is important because some unethical law firms, will buy fake reviews, and those reviews may give you a sense of whether those reviews are real or not. So, what are my next steps before I attend my first appearance in court? Well, like I've always said, the 14-day impound and suspension are already over. They're just the beginning, and now you have to deal with your charges in court. And a stunt driving conviction has all these crazy serious penalties, such as the mandatory 1 to 3 year license suspension. That alone is enough to warrant getting help, because that can destroy your ability to work and take care of your family or yourself or keep your job. So the bottom line is, these are penalties that have some serious impact on your civil liberties. And these are the penalties that you need to be focused on. And these are the penalties that should be enough. They should be enough reason for you to get legal advice and get a strategy that will help keep you driving in Ontario.